Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very glad that you can join my video today. So as you can see from my title, today I will analyze about sociolinguistic between Javanese Soft Dialect and Javanese Rough Dialect. So without any further ado, let's get to the discussion. So we know that language is the main important thing and the main role in everything that humans do. Start from making conversation from one person to another person until building or make a society group. It's very hard to imagine how to be connected to one person to another person without language. It must be so complicated. And nowadays we know a lot of language, and in Indonesia we know that there are more than 1,000 languages that used in Indonesia. So from my title you can hear the words of dialect. What is dialect? So dialect is a language used by people who live in an area that are different from another people. Dialect can be described as the identity of an area or region from that society used. So in Indonesia, we know that there are a lot of kinds of language, and one of the most popular languages used in Indonesia is Javanese. Javanese has a lot of kinds of dialect formed as a result of the time and space process. And the most simple kinds of Javanese language is the soft and the rough one. The soft one and the rough one here show us level of the politeness in Javanese. So the soft one is divided into two parts. They are Jawa Inggil and Jawa Kromo. Jawa Inggil is the highest level of politeness that used in Javanese, and Jawa Kromo is the mixing of Jawa Inggil and Jawa Ngoko. Jawa Ngoko is always used when we talk to our friends or to the same age with us or close with us. So Jawa Inggil is always used when we talk to older people, and Jawa Kromo always used when we talk to our parents, or sometimes we can use this when we talk to our friends. According to Lado, linguistic is the science that describes and classifies language. The linguist describes and classifies the structure of the sound system, the phrase, and the sentences. What is language? In a nutshell, language is the most important thing in building a relation. Language is a system of communication used by some person, a particular area, or in a particular country which have structure to convey by speech, writing, or gesture. So according to Holmes, sociolinguistics is the study of the relationship between language and society by identifying the social functions of language and the way it is used to convey social meaning. So in briefly, sociolinguistics is the study of language in relationship to the society. According to Suratmi, dialect is the technical names for what Americans usually thinks as an accent. Strictly speaking, accent refers only differences as pronunciation between one variant of language and other. Dialect is a variety of language that used by one regional or a particular area which make the dialect as the identifier of that society. How can people speak fluently? I think it's because they grow with the society, they have the relationship with the society, they hear the language again and again, and they save it in their memory and become a fluently speaker in that language. And also the society or the social influence them so they can speak fluently in the language. So here I have been provided some of the words in Japanese, and we will translate it into Inggil, Kromo, Ngoko, Indonesian, and also English. Okay, we will start from adjective. There are the word of lazy. The word of lazy, in Inggil language we call it as lumo, and in Kromo we call it as keset, and in Ngoko language we call it as malas. But they have the same meaning, that is lazy. The example sentence here is, in Inggil examples, there is Kulo lumo sangat dinten niki. Kromo, aku keset sangat dinten niki. Ngoko, aku malas tenan dino iki. Indonesian, aku sangat malas hari ini. English, I'm very lazy today. And the second is noun. we will use the noun of dish, and in Inggil we call dish as ambengan, and in Krom we call it as lancaran, and in Ngoko we call it as piring. In Ngoko the word is almost similar to Indonesian. Okay, the sentence here is ambengan reget tinumpuk wonten pawon. Lancaran reget numpuk ing pawon. Piring reget numpuk ning pawon. Piring kotornya menumpuk di dapur. Dirty dish filled up in the kitchen. Okay, the last one is verb. We will use the verb of see. In Inggil, we call it as meriksani. In Kromo, we call it as ningali. And in Ngoko, we call it as deleng. The example is kulo meriksani ibu wonten pawon. Kulo ningali ibu wonten pawon. Aku deleng ibu ning pawon. Saya melihat ibu di dapur. I see mother in the kitchen. From the data above, Java people use these three kinds of Javanese in their daily life. These three kinds of language are used when they meet the suit person to talk to. That means that Inggil is used when the speaker talks to older people than the speaker. Formal language is used when the speaker talks to the older person but have an age range that is not too far. And the last is ngoko, used when we talk to a person who have the same age with us and also close with us. And I also asked some of my Java friends about the Inggil, and some of them are also hard to answer my question about the language or the words that used in Inggil, because the Inggil language is very hard to learn and also less of interact between the young people and the old people. So the environment is very less to use Inggil language and mostly use Kromo or Ngoko. So that's why the society or the social influence us in how we produce our own language. Okay guys, I think that's all for my video. I hope that you enjoy my video, and I'm sorry if I make a mistake from my video and my presentation. I'm far from good, so I need a suggestion, and I hope that you can join me in the next video. Bye bye.